Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to There is an Angel for That. If this message has found you today, I truly believe your angels have gently guided you here. Now, I sat with energy for this week, and what came through was not anything of urgency. It wasn't anything about pressure. What I really felt was just this really slow, soft, gentle, just the slowing feelings. Things are slowing down. It was almost like everything is being asked to move just that little bit more intentionally. And you may have already felt it in things like plans needing adjustment, conversations requiring more clarity. It could even be a sense that things aren't quite flowing at full speed. Okay. And if you have, what I want to say to you is this makes actually a lot of sense because we are moving into Mercury retrograde. Just looking at my little void moon calendar here in Mercury retrograde, it starts this Wednesday, Mercury retrograde, and it's going to run through almost a month long. It's going to end on the spring equinox, almost a month from now. Okay. So this isn't something that I want you to brace against. It's something you can actually work with. Mercury retrograde is not here to disrupt you. It's actually here to recalibrate you. When Mercury appears to go backwards, it really invites us to do things like review, revisit, realign. You might notice things like some delays that could happen. Miscommunications comes up a lot. It is a big one. For me, sometimes it's those technology hiccups that can come up. It could even be things like old conversations might possibly resurface, or memories from the past, things like reconnections reappearing. But this is not chaos. I always feel like this is recalibration. All right. Mercury retrograde, I feel like is just that sacred pause. It really asks us, where have I been moving too quickly? All right. What needs refinement or what deserves a second look? This would not be a great week to force any outcomes. This is a week to reflect before responding. So, I want to give you three gentle things that you can actually do during Mercury retrograde. The first suggestion that I would give you, double check the details. Slow down when sending messages, or if you have to sign any agreements or anything during Mercury retrograde, just slow down. Read the small print, okay? Double check everything. The second piece of advice is finish what's unfinished. Complete those small tasks that you've been avoiding, all right? And the third thing, listen. I always get this message when I'm doing readings, listen more than you speak, because there is wisdom hidden in what resurfaces. Retrogrades, they're not setbacks. I always feel like they're just more course corrections. Okay. Now, with that energy in mind, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards for some guidance this week. But I want to do something just a little differently. I have been using lately my Angel Tarot decks. But I came across two decks that I have that I haven't used in a while, and they just really, really stood out for me. So one of the decks that I'm going to use, I'll show it to you here. It's so beautiful. This is my Angel Feather Oracle deck. I just love it with all the gold. Every single card in here, like I love colors, as you can tell. Every single card has an angel feather with a color on it. So it's so amazing. So we are going to pull one of these cards today just to see what color comes through, what angel, what color, what that means. And I'm also going to go ahead and pull one card. This is the Angel Number Oracle deck that has a whole bunch of different numbers in here. So let's go ahead and let's start with the first one here, the Angel Feather. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to call on Archangel Michael, bless, protect the deck. And I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to shuffle. Today is the 23rd, so I'm going to shuffle 5 times. All right, and let's see what card has come up for us here. Okay. Let's just move these somewhere where I can. So this is really beautiful. So the card I pulled, I will hold it up here for you. This is called the White Feather Angel card. Such a really pretty card. And it's called A New Beginning. That's on here. The White Feather New Beginning. And actually there's some wording. I'll read it for you because it's really small. It says, the angels ask that you ready yourself to commence something new and exciting. A wonderful fresh start awaits. So that's what it actually says on the card. Now, white is the color of purity. It's clarity. It's fresh starts, right? And interestingly, white is technically not a color. It actually contains all the colors, all the frequencies, all the possibilities, right? And I really feel like that's beautiful symbolism during a Mercury retrograde because it's about blankness. It's about integration. So you're not starting here from nothing. You're starting from everything that you have learned. Now, white reminds us that new beginnings don't always arrive with noise. They sometimes arrive as quiet clarity. It could be like that clean page or that subtle reset, right? Now, white also, for me, it represents spiritual protection. So if you have been feeling mentally foggy, maybe emotionally scattered or energetically sensitive, then this feather here, I really feel like it's coming in as that reassurance. You are surrounded in the light. You are being cleared energetically. All right. Now, I also want to share something really personal with you. When I find a white feather unexpectedly, for me, I experience it as my guardian angel stepping forward with a message, not the archangels. The archangels all have their own colors. White for me is my guardian angel, and that guardian angel steps in. So it just feels for me like it's very like an intimate because it's my guardian angel, and it feels usually very direct. And when that happens, I usually instinctively place my hands over my heart, and I always pause, and I just always look around and I take notice of my surroundings, what's going around me, but also what was I just thinking about, or what was I just talking about when I came across that feather? Because oftentimes that is the message. Okay. So this week, if a white feather shows up in your path, and 9 times out of 10 when I do this and I talk about it, this is what happens. White feathers will come up. Please don't dismiss it. All right. I want you to pause. You can place your hands over your heart if you feel called to. Just notice what was in your awareness in that moment, because there might be some guidance in there for you. Okay. So I really feel like this is just that great week to declutter your thoughts, clear physical space, wear white or bring white into your environment is also something that's, you could do. That would be really great. You could even sit quietly and visualize yourself surrounded by white light. All right. Again, white holds all the colors, which means you hold all the potential. All right. So that's the first card. Now, like I said, I wanted to pull a card from the number deck. So I'm just, again, pulling the angels in, clearing the deck. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle this one. All right. And let's pull 2020. That's the card that we pulled here. Okay. So it says 2020 on here. It says self-realization in bigger words, and in smaller words underneath it, it says moderation, patience, flowing, manifestation, gateway, and taking action. And because it's black and white and it's really hard and small, I'm just going to read out what's on the card so that you know what this card, the spirit and the intent of the card. It says, you're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, new experiences, new opportunities, or an exciting new acquaintance. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. This is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Okay. So super, super cool. So you're in for a lucky break. That's what the card is saying. This is a gentle, but I really feel powerful confirmation. 2020 for me is all about balance. You have these two energies here that are mirrored, right? So what this is saying, alignment before acceleration. It speaks directly to Mercury retrograde. On here it says moderation, right? Moderation. Don't overreact to what's happening with Mercury retrograde, okay? Patience is on here. Don't rush the unfolding, right? Manifestation. Trust that things are aligning behind the scenes. Okay. So this number really tells me something important. What might be feeling like a delay is actual divine timing. So you might find yourself in the right place at the right time this week. It could be a conversation, a meeting, an opportunity, a reconnection, and it won't be a coincidence. It just won't. That's not what the energy of this card is. It almost feels like it's going to be natural, effortless. Okay. And then again, with this white feather energy, this energy here, that's what's going to clear the space. All right. Mercury retrograde is what's going to slow the pace. And your 2020 card here, this confirms that there's alignment forming. You do not need to chase it. You just need to trust it. Okay. So I really feel like this is not one of those weeks where we have to push. This is a preparation week. So just slow your thoughts, create your space, trust divine timing. When clarity settles, you will recognize the opportunities that were meant for you. Okay. That's the biggest message that I'm getting. So I really hope that this message has met you exactly where you are right now. If something stood out for you, if you've got a white feather, or if there's some great Mercury retrograde guidance in here that helped you, or if something comes up with the angel number 2020, I would love, love, love to hear it in the comments. Okay. If you enjoyed this Angel Message Monday, please like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's message. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here with me and sharing your energy. And I want you to always remember, no matter what your situation is, there is an angel for that. So angel blessings to you all, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.